Hello friends, it's Candace and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, since it's still the summertime, I'm a little bit behind, probably should have done this a month ago. I wanted to go through some navel piercings. Now, I just have been saving a bunch of navel piercings that I've been seeing on Instagram that I thought were really pretty or a little bit unique or anything like that. And I figured I would come on here and share them with you. Now, I think most of these are pretty well healed. I don't know, I guess we'll just see what they look like. Before I get started, if you want to send me any pictures to react to or take a look at, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at CandaceL. And you can just send me a DM, you can send me a picture of your ears, you can send me something else. Basically, whatever you want, just go ahead and send it to me and let me know. Other than that, I think all I have to say is don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about these jewelries as you see them on the screen. Just let me know, anything. And last but not least, before I begin, I just want to say, yes, these are navel piercings. Yes, these are on humans' bodies. So yes, there will probably be some hair, there will probably be some stubble, there will probably be some stretch marks, there will probably be some old, well-healed navel piercings that have been through pregnancies. Will probably be, I don't think there's any healing ones. I don't think I got any grumpy ones in there. But basically, expect skin, expect redness, expect hair, expect stretch marks, expect fat. Everyone's got fat on their stomach, and if you don't, basically, don't judge anyone. If your body happens to look like a supermodel type of body, then, you know, I'm really happy for you, but that still gives you no right to criticize other people's bodies. So here we are. We're not going to criticize people's bodies. We're just going to appreciate the jewelry in them. That's what I'm all about. That's what I want to do. And let's just get started. I got a lot saved and I want to just zoom right through them. Basically, I'm just going to be gawking at jewelry. What else is new? So this first one is really pretty. It looks like it's just a 14 gauge barbell with some diamonds. Looks like it's from, where is it from? Jewelry by Future Primitives. Never heard of it. You could probably get a similar thing from BVLA or probably any body jewelry manufacturer. It does look pretty simple, but I thought what better way to start off than simple. So these are just prong set diamonds in, it looks like a standard navel piercing, and it just looks gorgeous. Like, I remember when I first got my navel piercing and all I had was like Claire's jewelry and stuff. I was like, I want upgrade. I want like gold, but like obviously then I had no money because I didn't have a job at all, and I'm like, I don't know how. There must be a way to have nice jewelry, and there is. And this is like simple, classic, beautiful, probably expensive because it's diamonds, but you could probably get a similar look with some CZ or Swarovski, whatever the case is. This is gorgeous. Okay, next one. This one is a double navel. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that is. First of all, it looks like the top, I'm not sure if it's originally a floating navel, but it's like converted into one. I'm honestly not too sure what a floating navel is. I know you don't have the proper anatomy to have like the ball in the middle of your belly. In the middle of your belly button. So usually it's like a flat disc. But either way, it's sort of a converted into a floating navel. I don't know the deal there. And then there's a chain, and then the bottom navel sort of like echoes the top. Oh my gosh, the way this drapes and then it hangs together, it is just so pretty. And oh my gosh, I really want a lower navel piercing, but I don't know if I have the anatomy for that. But I just thought this was so pretty. I really love the jewelry choice. I think the chain might be gold, but I think the rest of it is just titanium anodized. I'm not quite sure though, it doesn't say, but I just thought this was so pretty. And honestly, it goes so well with the belt, like beautiful, beautiful. This one, oh look, this one. The lovely Jen came in to, what? Why is there two ins? To see us yesterday as her long-heeled piercing was starting to become sore. She had lost her old jewelry just 2 weeks prior and bought this placeholder from well-known high street store that had a reputation for piercing ears with guns. Ew. In only 2 weeks, the plating had worn off the jewelry, making her skin sore and actually marking it green, where the metal had touched her skin. Also, look how badly the original jewelry fits. So that's the thing. Even if it didn't like tarnish like that, look how long. Even if it didn't like wear off or whatever, if it was good quality, it is so long. That's the thing with like high quality body jewelry. You can get that like curved barbell to be exactly the length of your anatomy. A lot of navel piercings, I've noticed as they get older, they kind of get more shallow somehow. I don't know, because most of the time it doesn't look like they even migrated. But you can get a really custom fit barbell instead of like those really long ones. That's another thing I didn't like about something from like Claire's or Hot Topic. The barbells are always so freaking long. Like I could literally fit a 5mm hoop in my navel piercing. Like that's how shallow it is right now. But it's like well healed. It's been healed since, how old am I? I've had this piercing for 8 years now. So it's not like rejecting or migrating at all. It's just really shallow. Like that's just what navel piercings do, I think. I also didn't go to a really good shop for it. But that's what high quality jewelry can give you. A really nice fitting. It won't like stick out the top. I always hated when it stuck out and then it makes it more likely to snag on like pants and stuff. But oh my gosh, that tarnish after only 2 weeks. And it's like that probably costs like $10, $20. And meanwhile, this one probably cost, I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but it probably cost, what is cost? It probably cost closer to like 80 to 100. Well, we'll go from like $80 to like $150 if you subtract the $20 you might have spent from this like high street shop. That's like $60. Like now it's $60 or $130. So like buying a lot of like cheaper jewelry might seem cost effective in the long run, but when it only lasted 2 weeks, is it really cost effective? Meanwhile, this will be able to stay in this navel for until it falls out like the last one did or whatever. But I think this one is so pretty. I really love the blue color. Oh, blue is like my favorite color. And gray. Oh, I never mentioned I painted my room. Yep, it's still not like fully set up yet, but who knows if it'll ever be set up. But anyway, I thought this one was gorgeous and I had to share. Next one. This one, beautiful, so simple, just balls, simple titanium or steel balls, implant grade, don't worry, and just a curved barbell, just classic and beautiful. You can tell it's fresh because it's red. Oh my gosh, look at that. It looks so satisfying, so straight. I have nothing else to add to this. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, the simple is also gorgeous. And if they ever wanted to invest in the future, they have this really nice barbell. Like, say you don't have the money now, maybe in a year you can save up like $100, $200 over the course of a year, then change the top. And then over the course of the next year, save up like another $200, whatever jewelry style, jewelry taste you have. You can slowly work your way up and you can keep that same barbell. You don't have to just buy a whole new thing of jewelry. Usually you can interchange the ends and then you can have some variety. That's when the expensive stuff starts getting fun, when you can switch things up like that. And I don't know, this is simple but gorgeous, very beautiful. This one, it looks like this one is a floating navel. Oh, this one has a lot of pictures of navels. So I'll read the caption. Navel piercings are anatomy-specific piercing that we unfortunately have to turn down pretty regularly. This decision has absolutely nothing to do with size or weight and has everything to do with the anatomy you were born with and always will have. What we look at first is whether or not your navel has a well-defined shelf or ridge with enough tissue to comfortably support the piercing long-term without needing to pinch the tissue out, as well as whether or not you have a crease or fold directly through your navel when you slouch or bend over. A standard navel piercing isn't a great option if you don't have a defined shelf or if you do bend through the middle, but a floating navel with a flat disc on the bottom instead of a gem or ball or surface anchors may still be an option for you. It always breaks our hearts to tell you that the piercing you want won't work for you, but the last thing we want is to take your money knowing it will leave you with an unhappy piercing and unsightly scars when it eventually rejects. So that is just a good thing. If you ever went to a good piercer, someone that you trusted, and they said, we can't do that piercing on you, you gotta trust it. Whether it's an industrial, an anti-tragus, a snug, a navel, any piercing. If they say you're not suited, maybe get a second opinion from another really good piercer, but don't lower down your standards to find someone who will pierce you. You want to make sure, like, there's always the potential that maybe the piercer doesn't feel like they're competent enough to successfully pierce it, and maybe a way more skilled piercer could get away with it. But that being said, usually if you're going to a good piercer, they're going to be telling you how it is. And not everyone can get a navel piercing. A lot of people say navel piercings are like surface piercings, which technically they are. But if that ridge, that little shelf that they're talking about, it sort of creates like a webbing instead of just a smoothness. There will be a little bit of a lip that you can actually pierce through, and then your piercing, although it's sort of a surface piercing, it will almost have a front and a back, and that will make the navel piercing a lot more successful. So let's just scroll through these beauties. I know there's a lot of them here, so we'll just go through them quickly. Beautiful gold floating navel. This one, also gorgeous. I think it's gold. And then I'm not sure if that's a floating navel because it's a ball, but it's a little bit in there. But look, different anatomies can still get it. It just depends on how it's functioning, how it's shaped. This one looks well healed, really a lot older, still a viable piercing nonetheless. So this is just looks like a diamond clicker or a diamond seam ring. Looks beautiful. Another a little bit of a simpler one. This is a big gem. It's like bursting out of the belly button hole, but it looks really good. It's like super bright, super pretty. And then this one, oh my gosh, the blue, it's like a teal color, and this one's also a floating navel. It looks so gorgeous. It's hard, so many to get through. Another floating navel, it looks like, oh my gosh, I don't even know the name of that gemstone, but that is a pretty color. What is that, like a seafoam green? Another fancy, like you can get this like seafoam green top instead of like this one on the top here. You can interchange these. That's the thing about this type of jewelry, like good quality jewelry, you can interchange. And if you got bored of this, you can switch that to an ear piercing and move something down there. Like, there's so much variety. This one's also gorgeous. Another floating navel. Another standard navel, but with like a more exciting top. Another hoop and a heeled navel, but this one has a charm on the hoop. And that's it. Okay, we got a lot to get through. Okay, this one. Here's a fresh lower floating navel from yesterday using a nanometal titanium jewelry. So this one is so pretty. It actually looks sort of like they might have that shelf anatomy on the top navel, but perhaps they wanted a lower navel first, or maybe they wanted both, and maybe they suggested to do the bottom one first and wait for a downsize. I'm not really sure. Regardless, it's freaking beautiful. Look at how satisfying that is. It's like so deep, so far back, but I can't even describe it. And then the color of this opal, like fopal, so pretty. I don't know, the line, I think it's like the drawing on it, the whole thing all around beautiful. Another well-heeled one. This one has 3 hoops in it and a nice charm. It looks like a pupil hall charm, and this one is so pretty. And even though you have an older piercing, you can stretch it up. Like, I have 3 rings in my navel piercing right now, and I want to put a couple more in, but I don't know if I want to spend the money on that. Yeah, and then you can dress it up by putting literally like a charm on it. You can put like dangling chains. I can literally move one of these chains down to these hoops down here, and then I'll have like some drapey navel jewelry. So I can have a hoop, but also a dangly navel jewelry. There's so many options. Ooh. Okay, next one. Gorgeous fresh navel piercing with some classic implant grade titanium from Navel. Another classic. This one is a little bit deeper in there, but still just as beautiful. And just look how shiny, like implant grade titanium, like that mirror polish finish. Beautiful. Just looks so good. You might doubt if you can get a navel piercing, but this is just proof. Like, all these different navels I've shown you, none of them look the same. They're all different. Just go to a piercer, make sure it's a good one, and ask if you have the anatomy. because you'll never know if you don't ask. And make sure it's a good one, otherwise they'll just pierce you regardless. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Another simple one here. This one has really bright gems. I love, why is blue just the best color? I don't know. But yeah, this fresh one, I think the red makes the blue pop even more. Maybe they changed the saturation or something. But look at that. Look at how, like, it's so creepy being like, look how deep in the hole it is. But like that bar coming out, I can't even explain it. Looks so good. I want a navel piercing. I want a new one, but I already have one, so it seems strange. So this one as well, beautiful dark bronze anodized navel with champagne CZ from Industrial Strength. This one looks gorgeous. You can see that's that lip that they're talking about. You can see in some of these how there's a lip, that there's like a ridge, and then you can see the bar coming down from underneath. So that's the same thing happening here, but the lip is actually so big that you can't see the extra bar, but there is plenty of extra bar. You can just tell where it's coming from. This one, oh my gosh, these hammered discs. I think the top one's a hammered disc. Glowing fresh navel from Toy Christ with some enamel. But yeah, these hammered discs, oh my gosh, the bright gold looks gorgeous. Like, it just, like, the warmth, like, it just goes so well. I can't even describe how pretty it is. There's something about that hammered disc that is just so shiny and so bright, and I just love it. And then this one, oh my gosh, it just looks so good, and it's like always going to be shiny. All you got to do is polish it. It just looks so good. Okay, this one is super cool. First of all, their tattoo makes it look like more intense somehow. But look, they have 5 rings in their upper navel. That's what I want for mine. Mine, I don't think mine's even as deep as that one is. And then their lower navel has kind of an upside down, like, regular navel jewelry, and then a chain. And I'm like, there's so much variety going on. You don't need to just get like 2 you don't need to just get 2 belly bars from like Hot Topic or whatever, and then just have 2 of the same, You can get variety. You can have rings, you can have chains, you can have bars. It just looks so good. And then the color, like the mixed metal and the color, and then there's a diamond, but then there's, I don't know if that's a real emerald or what. Here, I'll read this caption. Advice about transitioning over to fine body jewelry. They say Rome wasn't built in a day, neither are epic jewelry collections. That is true. It takes a long time. Pretty much every piercing enthusiast I know with a collection of fine piercing jewelry was built over several years. It's just a case of picking up one piece at a time. Maybe every few months, or maybe just once a year. Please don't ever feel intimidated about coming in to get your first special piece. It is incredibly normal to have a mismatched collection of pieces you're not happy with. Don't rush out to have them all replaced when it's not financially viable, and don't buy new pieces that aren't what you really want. Just start simple with 1 or 2 pieces and gradually build up a lifetime collection. Weirdly, it's amazing how much money you save by not buying the wrong thing. Oh, I'll tell you about buying the wrong thing. Definitely wait, take your time. It's not a race, because I got a whole jewelry box with a ton of jewelry that I never ever wear. So definitely take your time. I just get obsessive. That's my problem. So I'm guessing that this mixed metal is not the goal. I'm guessing that's not the end goal. Perhaps this one that's in the lower navel was from the upper navel and navel, and maybe the goal is to change that one in the future. But that's a good message. But even then, the gold is really dressing up whatever this one is in the lower navel. Even without it being gold, it looks really pretty, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's their tattoos making it bring it all together. Or maybe it's just the gold and I'm just hypnotized by the gold. Makes everything look good. You know what I mean? Okay, next one. I pierced Lindsay's navel a spell ago at a larger size in a collective effort. This person and this person styled the out of it with some white gold pieces from BBLA. I thought this one was so cool because you always see like stacked lobes, stacked septums. How often do you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rings in a navel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 rings hanging off of that? That is so cool. And then like I wasn't saving this at first. This big like gaping hole from like the really large jewelry that was initially there. But I don't know what it is. I really just love the look of the hole. That is so weird to say, but it's just so cool. And then you can stack all that jewelry in there. And that is like such a unique piercing that no one else has the exact same thing. Like, as many navel piercings are out there, they're all pretty unique because no one's navel is the exact same. But this one is so cool and so different. I've never seen anything like that. Makes me kind of want to like add rings going the other way on my navel. But we'll see about the future. This one is so pretty. I can't stand it. The gold, is this rose gold? Yep. 3 seam rings, 14 karat rose gold on the outside, and then a white gold ring on the inside. That's the thing about golds, is like you can have any color gold and they all look good together. Like, what's the deal with that? But yeah, that gold with the turquoise, and then I think it's turquoise and it must be CZ because it's from Buddha Jewelry Organics, and they don't usually have diamonds, but maybe you could custom order it. But it just looks so pretty with that charm. It's like, what do? Maybe a charm and then a ring to like go around, and then the charm kind of dangles in that ring. Oh, there's so many options. This one just looks royal as heck. Like, so royal. Like, look how majestic that is. Like, it doesn't even need to be diamonds. It probably is. Bezel bottom, jewelry, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say. So it must not be diamonds. But either way, looks so gorgeous. I love these like intricate like beadings with all these like chunky stones that they always come out with, and it's like so pretty, so pretty. That's the thing about this piercer, the gate bridge. They have such a specific style. Like, I've never seen anything like it on Instagram. Like, obviously everyone's got the BVLA, everyone's got Leroy, everyone's got Ananametal, Neometal, blah, 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 all the brands. But for some reason, like, I guess it's whoever's ordering the jewelry for them, they're always like so chunky, but then like still gorgeous. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, just the chunky like crystals or diamonds. And it's just this shop that has like such a specific style, and I can always, like, even if I don't see who posted it, I always know it's them whenever I see the picture, because I can just tell by looking at it, which I think is really unique that this shop has like such a specific style. And then last but not least, I thought this one was pretty cool and unique. We love all curations. They are so unique to the person and their anatomy. This one Caitlin did for her own navel piercings. The combination of rings holds a floating seam ring right in the center. That one is so cool. She has 3 navel piercings, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom, and then there's just rings in those. And then there's just a bigger ring hooking it all together. Like, how unique is that? Because like not many people have 3 navel piercings to begin with, so I feel like this is super unique, super cool. I love the way it looks. It's just like doesn't even interrupt the way the navel looks, sort of. I don't know, it's a really unique way to wear navel jewelry. Let me know what you guys think. That's all the ones I've got saved. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below, which one would you wear? Which one was your favorite? I don't even remember. I think my favorite was 3 rings with I think it was the Buddha jewelry. I don't know. I think it was the Buddha jewelry one. That diamond one that had the diamond shape, not the diamond. That had the turquoise and then the thing. I think that one was like a simple but pretty. But then there was that one that had the upper and the lower and then the chain. That one is just so aesthetically pleasing. I don't know. I just love navel jewelry. I love navel piercings, belly rings, whatever you call it. I feel like a lot of times I just say belly piercing, which is so weird. It just sounds weird. Belly. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. See you in the next one. Bye! Oh my gosh. I don't know if you could tell from my outfit being exactly the same. I filmed like 4 videos in a row. How many was it? I don't even remember. Like 4 or 5.